Welcome to Virtuosity's Fireside Chat. My name's Corey Crossan, and I'm one of the co-founders of Virtuosity. And I'm here with our other co-founder, Mary Crossan. And if you are wondering, yes, we are related. She is my mother. In this video, we do want to share a little bit more about who we are so you can get to know who's behind Virtuosity a little bit better. Let's start with you. Would you mind sharing a little bit more about who you are and what got you interested in character?
Sure. That's a big question. Who are you? Well, I am your mother, and that's a pretty important facet of my life. My personal life is something that I think integrating personal and professional life has always been really important to me, and how you can thrive in both personal and professional life. On the professional side, it's now about 4 decades that I've been at the Ivy Business School at Western University. I'm a professor of strategic leadership, and I guess for the first probably 3 decades that I worked in the area of strategy and organizational learning, trying to achieve high performance for individuals and organizations. And I kind of pinch myself that I didn't see in the early days the importance of character in that set of processes. It was myself and colleagues around 2008 with the economic crisis, where we were looking at the failures of leadership, and in focus groups around the world discovered that it was actually failures of character more so than failures of competence. And so that really set me out on a journey with lots of really important and interesting people to try to understand what is character and how to develop it. What about you, Corey?
Well, I think I really got interested in character coming from my athletic background. I wanted to be a professional golfer for most of my life. And so I had always been really interested in high performance. But what I really liked about character was that it could elevate the performance and well-being. It didn't need to be an either or, which it really felt like growing up in sport. And what I really liked about the character framework that we use is that it has this really rich science and research-based approach, so that you can really trust that what you're trying to do in terms of bettering yourself, you're on really solid ground to do so. And so when I felt it have a really big impact on my life, I started to really become obsessed with how character can be developed on a day-to-day basis. And in doing so, I started to understand the relationship between the systems that we operate within and how those influence our ability to practice character on a day-to-day basis, which is really what drove a lot of my interest in Virtuosity around getting something that could be scalable but still customizable, because I would say one of our shared missions is really around being able to make character development accessible to anyone that wants to do it. And so I do also work at the University of Oxford with the Oxford Character Project, where they have similar interests and mission to really make character development accessible to those to support good leadership. So anyways, a little bit more, I think, back to you. And I know you don't like talking about your accolades too much, but I think it's really important for some of the listeners tuning in to get to know a little bit more about your professional accolades. So would you mind sharing a little bit more about what those are?
Sure, and you're right. It's not something I like to talk about, but I think it's important in the work that we do. If you're really trying to make some extraordinary change in the world, it's really important to be on solid science. And so I consider myself somebody who's had the capacity for deep theory, really good research, but also into great practice and intervention. And the kinds of things that I think in the end I feel very proud of, that kind of recognition, would be that I'm on the research side recognized around the world as in the top 2% of the research that I do in the field of management with the citations of the research. So on that side of things, we're on really, really solid ground. But then I don't see myself simply as a researcher, is that I was recently recognized in the Academy of Management in a Lifetime Achievement Award as a distinguished educator. And that means that I've been able to also take all of that great research, and because I really have a love for how is it that we embody all of this in learning and practice, And I've created a lot of innovative ways to be able to do that, which of course was recognized by the Academy of Management. And then, Corey, you're no slouch either about these things. I know you're not one to, look at your accolades about things, whether it was sports or life. And the thing that I find most exciting about you and my partnership with you is I really feel like the world is in great hands in terms of this incredible both well-being and high performance, the role model that you bring in the work that we do, and the inspiration that you bring to me personally around the character work. So I look at where we're going with Virtuosity, and what great hands we are with your leadership moving forward.
Thanks, and I feel, we really are surrounded by so many great role models. And at the Oxford Character Project and the Program for Leadership and Character at Wake Forest University, they actually talk about 7 strategies for character development. And one of them is role models, being able to look up to people that exemplify really strong character. And I feel like being in the character field, we have a really lucky community with all of the tremendous people I have been inspired by, including you, but so many more people as well in the character community out there. So we've been really lucky to be able to be in this space.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I hope this video helped you get to know us a little bit more, and we would love to know more about you as well. So if you do have any questions, please do feel free to reach out at any time. Bye for now.